feels as though it's part of a larger story that's unfolding exactly as it should. And then there's the sense of emotional clarity you experience when you're around them. When you're with the right person, you often feel like you can see yourself more clearly. It's like they hold up a mirror to your soul and reflect a part of you that you may have been hiding or overlooking. Jung was a big believer in the idea of the anima and animus, the feminine and masculine sides of ourselves that we all carry, regardless of gender. These two parts of you may not always be in balance, but when you meet someone who resonates deeply with your soul, you start to see things about yourself you never noticed before. It's like the universe has sent you a guide who can help you grow and evolve in ways you might have never expected. Have you ever been in the presence of someone who made you feel more alive, more present, more aware of your own potential? That's not just a coincidence. That's the universe showing you how far you can go when you allow yourself to fully connect with someone meant to be in your life. Of course, it's easy to get caught up in our heads, wondering whether we're imagining these signs or if we're just desperate for a connection. But here's the thing. The universe doesn't operate on logic alone. It works through symbols, synchronicities, and feelings that might not always make sense but feel right on a deeper level. You don't need to have everything figured out to recognize when a person is meant to be in your life. Jung's work suggests that these experiences are the universe's way of getting your attention, guiding you down a path that you might not have even considered on your own. Sometimes, the greatest gifts in life don't come with clear roadmaps. They come in the form of a person who makes you feel like you've always known them, or a moment that feels both surreal and significant. Take a moment to think about your own experiences. Have you ever met someone and felt like it was a piece of a larger puzzle falling into place? Maybe it was the right person at the right time, and you didn't even realize it until later. Maybe you've been through a breakup or a difficult time, and then out of nowhere, someone walks into your life, and things start to make sense. These aren't just coincidences. According to Jung, they're the universe guiding you toward the connections that will shape your future. When you start paying attention to these signs, you begin to notice that everything is more interconnected than it seems. People, places, moments, they all seem to align when you're on the right path. Think about it. How often do you question whether you're on the right track, whether you're making the right choices in your relationships? Jung's concept of synchronicity isn't just about waiting for things to happen. It's about being aware of when they do. When the universe sends you these signs, it's not a call to overthink or second-guess. It's an invitation to trust the process. Sometimes, the most significant things in our lives don't come with explanations or clear instructions. They come as moments of connection that defy logic, but feel undeniably real. So, the next time you experience one of these signs, don't dismiss it as coincidence. Take a moment to reflect. You might just be closer to your destiny than you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you ever experienced a moment where everything just seemed to align, where you felt like you were meant to be with someone? Share your experiences in the comments below. Also, if this content resonated with you and you want more insights into the mysteries of life and relationships, make sure to subscribe. There's so much more to explore, and I'd love for you to be part of this journey with me. Let's keep discovering together. When you think about relationships and the connections we form with others, it's easy to feel like it's all just a series of random coincidences, or perhaps the result of our own decisions. But what if there's something deeper at play? What if destiny, or the universe, is guiding us towards certain people for a reason? Carl Jung, a pioneer in the world of psychology, had some fascinating ideas about fate and connection. According to Jung, there are signs that the universe sends our way when we're meant to be with someone, whether that's in love, friendship, or any kind of meaningful relationship. These signs aren't always obvious, though. In fact, they can be subtle, easy to overlook, or even confusing. But once we start to recognize them, we may realize just how much the universe is at work behind the scenes. Have you ever met someone and felt like you've known them forever, even though it was your first interaction? That feeling of familiarity, like your souls have met in a past life? Jung called this synchronicity. The meaningful coincidences that occur when everything seems to align in a way that goes beyond pure chance. It's as if the universe is sending a clear signal that you are supposed to be together. Maybe you bumped into them on a trip, or you had a random conversation at a party, but something about the encounter left you thinking, this is no accident. This sense of destiny, of being drawn to someone in a way that feels inexplicable, is one of the signs that Jung believed pointed to the universe guiding us toward the people who will play significant roles in our lives. But synchronicity doesn't just show up in the form of random encounters. It can also manifest through patterns. Maybe you keep hearing a particular person's name over and over, or you keep seeing signs that remind you of them. For example, perhaps you're listening to a song that seems to capture exactly what you've been feeling about them, or you run into them repeatedly in places you'd least expect. These aren't mere coincidences. They are subtle nudges from the universe. It's almost like the universe is saying, pay attention. This person might be important to your journey. It's easy to dismiss these occurrences as chance, but when they keep happening, it's worth considering whether there's a deeper meaning behind them. Another sign the universe may be sending is a sense of deep emotional resonance with someone. When you meet the right person, you may experience a kind of emotional harmony, like you're in tune with each other on a level that transcends words. This connection can feel electric, like an invisible thread that pulls you toward each other. It's as if you're in the same emotional frequency, sharing similar values, interests, or life goals. This isn't just about attraction. It's about understanding, the type of understanding where silence isn't awkward, where words aren't always necessary to communicate how you feel. It's the kind of connection that feels natural, effortless, and powerful. Jung referred to this as the anima and animus, the inner, unconscious parts of ourselves that are often reflected in the people we are most drawn to. When you meet someone who brings out these hidden aspects of yourself, it's a sign that the universe may be guiding you toward a transformative relationship. But maybe the most powerful sign the universe gives you is a feeling of deep growth when you're with a particular person. Sometimes, meeting the right person isn't about everything being easy or perfect. It's about how much you grow together. Jung believed that our relationships, especially the most meaningful ones, challenge us to evolve. If you find yourself constantly evolving and expanding your understanding of who you are when you're with someone, that's the universe at work. It might not always feel comfortable, but these challenges can lead to profound personal growth. You might be confronted with your fears, insecurities, or the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. And in those moments, it's as though the universe